Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing another video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And I want to talk about a couple of the tools that have recently appeared in the toolbox of people who would exploit situations and people for their own personal gain. That is to say, the unscrupulous have a toolbox, and it has a handful of well-known grifts and some lesser well-known grifts, card tricks and exploits and abuses and whatnot. Has some new features, and I want to cover these. So there's a pretty well-known situation when there's a dispute or a controversy, some kind of conflict where a person has leveled a charge at another person, such as impropriety or stealing or cheating or something like that. It is very common, actually, that a mediator of some kind, that is perhaps a local administrator or authority, or even a more formal situation such as a judge or jury, might step in and look at the situation and pass judgment on it. Now, here's the thing. At this point, when there's a conflict, immediate reversal is so common, such as to say, I didn't steal from you, you stole from me. It's so common that that reversal is paused mentally, if nothing else. If not officially and formally, the reversal of the charge is paused. So there's a defense here. Now, it's very clever, actually. This is a clever grift. It's a clever and very common and current exploit that's happening. I see it all the time, actually. So here's what they do. They will plan on doing something unscrupulous or untoward, to steal, to cheat, to lie about something. And in advance, in preparation of doing this thing, they will accuse you of the exact same thing, whereby when you complain about it, what they're doing, it appears as a reversal. See what they did there? This happens. So like if I want your pencil, for example, real simple example, I accuse you first of stealing my pencil, and then I steal your pencil. What happens? Play it out. What happens? So you say, so-and-so stole my pencil, but they've already complained about it. They've made a big case about it. Oh, it looks like you're just reversing, Johnny, or whoever. It looks like you're just telling them the same thing. No, that's not the subject. We're going to stay on subject here. We're going to stay on topic, and that is, they complained first that you stole their pencil. Now you're saying they stole your pencil? Well, we recognize this immediately as a reversal, when in fact it was designed to appear that way. Pretty clever, huh? This is what we call gaslighting. Gaslighting's a type of this. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's you're creating a situation and then you toss a match into it. It's kind of the same idea. It's a very specific type of gaslighting, and people are getting real clever with this stuff. They've used modern psychology in an organized and concentrated fashion to formally create a toolbox, and they are training people on how to do this stuff. It's evident to me that it's very coordinated, that people are actually learning specifically how to use these defenses and offenses to do things, to become mobile. And the problem should be obvious, right? The problem is that when you're lying, cheating, and stealing, regardless of your reasons, if that's the bottom line, if you're not actually doing something just to survive, to feed your starving kids or yourself, if you're on death's doorstep, so to speak, it's not justifiable. You're doing more harm than good. You're creating a problem in your wake that's bigger than what you got out of it. And someone else has to pay to fix that. Someone else has to work to clean it up. That's the problem. The problem is when you cheat, when you lie, when you steal, even if you make it look like it's the other person doing it, the next day it's worse for everybody. The next day someone has a bill to pay for that, and it isn't you. That's the problem. So, be alert. These people are shrewd. They're crafty. Many people are like that. And I don't mean distrust everybody. I still try and want to very much err on the side of optimism and giving people the benefit of the doubt. And that's the real tragedy here, right? It gets really hard to do that. It gets really hard to extend that trust. If you ask me, that might be the bigger mission than stealing pencils. to erode the actual ability of people to trust each other, so that when they are divided, they may be controlled. Sounds nefarious. Maybe it is nefarious. It's not a conspiracy theory if it's a conspiracy fact. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.